Rivals just came out with a top 10 quarterback list, and I was reading, and I recognized every name up until I got to number 9, and then I was like, who the hell is Matt Pikowski? I never heard of this guy, or, I definitely overlooked him. And then I took a deeper look, and it's actually Matt Ponatoski. He's actually a pretty good football player, so we're going to be taking a look at him. Currently committed to Kentucky, 6'1", 195, Archbishop Muller in Cincinnati, Ohio. As always, you guys let me know what you think about this kid. Anybody else in this 26 class you want me to watch? I kind of thought I watched all the big-time quarterback names, but taking a deeper look at Matt Ponatoski, really like this kid. A lot of the kids ranked higher than him are really good athletes, or they have one trait, really good arm, flash some stuff. I think this is a very well put together quarterback. Now he's not an athlete, and that's not to say that he's not an athlete, but compared to the other quarterbacks in this 26 class, you're not going to be asking him to do all that much on the ground. Everybody ranked higher than him has some kind of aspect of they're either an extender or actually a threat on the ground, besides the one Bryson Beaver. I'm not going to get into that, but as a distributor, absolutely love this kid. So what do I like about him? We don't see a lot of kids with pocket presence in high school, and it's one of those things that I think is very hard to pick up in college unless you're getting actual live game reps, which is pretty tough for any quarterback to play very early in their career when you got to learn the offense. So I almost feel like high school is the only place where you can actually develop a pocket presence. And look at this one right here. This is what we talk about when we mean pocket presence. Doesn't feel like he's got to really change his platform here. Doesn't panic. He doesn't even look at the kid. Just feels him right there. That's like the Matrix almost, having a feel for your pocket. We'll watch him climb up a little bit more, and that's kind of how you mitigate as a quarterback not being a top tier athlete. Having that awareness and just feeling a presence and having a pocket presence, knowing when to step up, knowing when to bail. You just kind of more of an efficient mover. Tom Brady, for example, I talk about him a lot on this channel as not even everything that he did good, but he wasn't by any means a good athlete, but he's still able to have a pocket presence and was very efficient with his moving. He was able to avoid the blitz a lot as not a great athlete. So I think you see a lot of pocket presence stuff, and then getting to the actual throwing. I think this kid has a really good arm. At 6'1", 195, we're going to say he's a bit on the smaller end, but has no trouble pushing the ball down the field, and that's just one aspect. I also really like the way he'll change up some tempo on some throws. You'll see some downfield throws where he knows he has to fit it in. This is a tough-ass throw right here. He's able to put some speed on this one and then gets there. You'll see him push the ball down the field a bit later where he takes some off and knows to drop it in the bucket right before the safety gets there. We'll talk about those throws as they come, but some of these off-platform stuff, I don't think that's what you're going to ask him to do a whole lot. You're not going to ask him to break the pocket all that much, but when he does a pretty good job of it. So, that was a design rollout there. This one didn't even have a chance, but same deal, feels the presence, able to back up, keep his composure. Might want to ask him to step up there, but it's fine. I think that's the stuff you can teach. It's more about having a feel for the presence. You'll see a similar throw like this, except he has to kind of drop into the bucket more. Does a good job putting the tempo on this, hitting the dude in stride. You see that with this all the time. Like a lot of these high school quarterbacks, they'll have good arms, just won't be great at hitting a dude in stride yet. I think you see that with him. And let it go here a little bit. Trying to think any other concerns we have to talk about. Touched on the athleticism. Really good arm. You watch my channel, there won't be a lot of kids that I'll say like, oh, I really like their arm. I'll say they push the ball downfield well, but they have some trouble fitting the ball into windows, adding velocity on these 5-yard outs. Not the issue with Ponatoski. I'm going to get it right eventually. I just never heard anybody pronounce it. So, yeah. I think he shows a really developed approach as a developed game for a junior in high school. Very excited to watch the senior year film. I almost think this is like what Oregon fans think Bryson Beaver is. I don't mean that as a slight, but I think this guy shows a lot of things that you like. trying to think of anything else. Well, you guys let me know what you think about him. Any other concerns? I might do something on the throwing motion a bit later at the end of the video here. Might just do that now. Off-platform stuff looks good. It's a good one here. So I've been told don't talk about the throwing motion unless you're going to slow it down, and then you can nitpick it just a little bit. I want to see how clean the release is here. Looks pretty smooth to me, you know, no hitch. You guys let me know. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know if there's anybody else in this 26 class, any issues you have with Ponatoski. Or, you know, if I missed the mark, anything like that. Just feel free to reach out, and thanks for watching.